Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Halloween automations with your lights. Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. So, let's get straight into it. So, if we head into Node-RED, I've already started out by renaming the first tab to be called Halloween. So let's get into it. We're first going to start off by creating a new Boolean, and that's by going into configuration up over here and going into helpers. So once you do that, you're going to want to create a new toggle. I'm going to call it Halloween Lights. And if you would like to change the icon, what you can do is go into icon, go into material design icons. I'll have the link in the about section of the channel. And then you're gonna want to search on pumpkin or whatever you want. I'm gonna pick this. I'm gonna click copy to keyboard, and you could literally do anything you want. You could do a QR code if you really want to. So I'm gonna click on pumpkin. I'm gonna copy it to clipboard. Then I'm gonna head back to Home Assistant and paste in the icon. Why is it red? You have to change the dash to a colon. I don't know why that is, but okay. I'm going to update it, and then you can see it says Halloween Lights 2 because I already had another one. I can delete that. Delete, so then I can rename it to be Halloween Lights. Okay, so we head into Node-RED now, and we have to go into events, pull out an event state, and go into here and type in Halloween, or whatever it is you're picking. Halloween Lights. That's what my name is, but you have to do what the input boolean's name is. Find input boolean dot Halloween underscore lights if you're doing the same as me. Type in is on. And then and then you can type in anything you want for your name. I'm gonna do are the ghosts. When the ghosts come out. It's just a little spooky for the video. So then I go into call service. Scare them away. So then for domain, type in light if you're a smart light bulb or a smart light strip. And one way to tell is you can change the colors of smart light bulbs and strips. You can't change the colors of you can't change the colors with smart switches or with smart outlets. So I'm going to do light here, and I'm going to do service turn on. If you're a smart switch or smart outlet, just do switch. There's no such thing as outlet. So you just have to do switch if you're a smart outlet. Then in entity ID, type in the entity ID of your light. Personally, I'm going to do wall light 32. But you do not need to do that. You can really do anything else or whatever other light you have. But it needs to be the light that you have. It can't be something that doesn't exist, if you get what I mean. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is inside of the data, type in the squiggly lines and do in quotation marks RGB underscore color. Put a colon here. Put straight brackets like those, not these, straight brackets, and do, if you have an RGB light, do 200. If you have an outlet and you're controlling, you don't need to do this data part. Keep that in mind. If that right here, this domain says switch, I'm going to actually change this to light. If that domain right there says switch, don't do this right here. Don't put the RGB color thing in. Then, if it's a smart switch, then you might want to switch this RGB color to be brightness, and then you can do it. So it's quotation marks brightness, quotation marks colon, and then 0 to 255 or 1 to 255. Anyways, I'm going to do 255, 255, 255. And then I'm going to close it. So, once I do that, I'll click done. And now they've been set up. If state is true, hit that one. And yeah. If you want to put in if you want a RGBWW light strip, then you're going to want to do, and then you're going to want to put in a comma. So, comma, this is how you separate things. If you want to set the brightness, do brightness. And then if you want to do it percent-wise, do underscore PCT. And then I'm doing brightness underscore PCT, and then you can do 150. But if you do not include that PCT, then it's 200. It's 0 to 255. So you do 50, but that'd be less than the brightness PCT. But I'm not going to worry about brightness. But if you are someone who wants to make their lights work with if they're RGBWW light strips and you want them to turn to a warm white or cool white type, here's what you do. You want to put in comma and then Kelvin, and then type in your Kelvin level. If you want to figure out what Kelvin you want, just look it up on Google. And it goes from, for example, if I put 2000 here, it goes from, that's about your RGBWW light strips, and I would just recommend looking up on Google if you want a estimate on your Kelvin level for your needs. But we're not worried about RGBWW. But if you have an RGBW light strip, here's what you do. Not light strip exactly, bulb or light strip. If I say light strip, it could be a light bulb or a light strip or whatever. If you have a white value, you want to go in and type in quotation marks white. If you have an RGBW light strip or light bulb. It cannot be RGBWW if you're talking about this. You have to do the Kelvin if you're talking about RGBWW. If you're doing just RGBW, then you follow this. So white underscore value, do colon, and then it's 0 through 255. If I do 255, it'll be the like warm white or cool white or whatever you pick. But I'm not worried about RGB color. I'll do this. And then, how do you make them Halloween colors? Well, turn on one of your light strips. I'm just going to do this. Go in and turn a color. I'm going to do orange. Go into Developer Tools and type in your entity. I'm going to do wall light, wall 32. Find where it says RGB color, and you can see 255, 126, and 0. 255, 126, and then 0. 126, and then 0. So, now you've orange. And then, I'm going to do a little copy pasting. And then I'm going to change this to my 16-foot light strip. And then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find what a purple color is on the light strip. And then, I'm going to go into the developer tools once again and find out. You have to go into a different one before you can go into this one. And then 190, 0, 255. 190, 0, 255. 190, 0, 255. Now that you've done that, you have a nice little whenever you turn on the Boolean. So this is my other Halloween lights thing. So let me fix that real quickly. Actually, would that work? It totally works. So now you have that, and if you would like to, you can make it so the lights turn off. And then just go boom, delete all the data values, add all the lights in, and then make it instead of saying turn on, turn off. So now that you've done that, just go in, and then I'm gonna do, wait, come back. So, and then what happens is you turn on the off the boom. Okay, give me a moment. It's probably in the wrong thing. See, you gotta make sure. Lights, Halloween. I'm just gonna do this. Halloween lights, so then I can turn it on, off. Yes, you gotta make sure to deploy. I didn't deploy. See. Also, helpful shortcut. Control D deploys it for you. So now, what? API error. Gotta delete the data. So now you just go in and boom, turns it on and off. Also, don't make the same mistake I did. Be sure to put in the 32 or your other light. Nope, not that. Wall 32. Be sure to put in all your lights. So then boom, just turns them on and off. I guess this is now the button to turn them both on. Pretty cool, but it does turn them to Halloween colors, so if you were to set the light strip to white and you to bright this, it turns them straight to that color. Pretty cool. But now let's spice things up a little bit. Why don't we make it so it changes colors? Well, this is pretty simple. So what you have to do is pull out a stop timer or a delay. They work very similar. Go in, and I'm going to personally keep this at 5 seconds. Drag these two, the ones that for me are scare them away, but don't drag wait come back. What is wait come back? Put in a 5-second timer or whatever timer value you want, and grab this one, and then make this 16. It's very, very simple. If you want to change the colors, then basically just rewatch the tutorial that I was just showing you and basically just keep copying and pasting over. So we want 16 and then 16. Okay. So you have to be. If you start out as 16, yeah, so we want 32. Okay, there we go. So now that we've done that, you can do original payload, but additional payload, I haven't used additional payload before, but I'm just going to do original payload. If you do use that and you've added a second payload, do original payload. But yeah, anyways, so scare them away, you can see, and then add another 5-second timer here. And then if you would like to add a third set of colors, just copy these two and do whatever you want. But if you want to only have 2 colors, then instead of looping back, you don't. You want to do a current state, or what I like to call a check state. Check if the Boolean is still on, so Halloween lights is on. Then original payload, boom. And then if state is true, which is this one up at the top, just go in and continue these. If state is false, then this. Also, if you would like to do something where they turn to white, then when they go off, copy this, and so change this to 255, 255. If you want perfect white, just follow everything that I did previously. I'm going to do wait, come back, wait, come back. And then instead of connecting you to you, you want to connect. And then here I connect to you. Boom. So, and then instead of making this a 5-second timer, don't make this a 5-second timer. Make this like a as low as you can. If you have lights that are still connected to Smart Life, I would recommend doing something like above 5 seconds because it takes a moment for the lights to connect to the Tuya servers, which is Tuya is what runs the Smart Life, the lights that connect to Smart Life. So I would recommend doing like 5 seconds if you want a 1-second timer in with Tuya lights. But anyways, my lights are not connected to Tuya, so I will make it 1 second. And then connect this 1-second timer to wait, come back, and then you don't need to connect that. And now what you connect everything else to is this wait, come back, because what this will do is it will turn all the lights to white. Watch. This is how it works. So you can see everything turns to white, but you also need to connect all your lights to that. Connect the 16. Boom. Deploy. Head over. Halloween lights. Turn to white, and then they turn off. The reason that the reason that I want them to turn to white is so that whenever I turn them back on, they will, and it may do something where and you can also see here is where you can see it changes the colors. Nice. If you watch over here on the sec info card, you can see them changing. And then one thing that you do need to keep in mind is the lights will probably turn back on. That is something, the one way that you can avoid that is by doing this. Instead of going straight to the 1-second timer, like so. Bring it back. Okay. Then you want to connect these two to the current state. And then, actually, you need to create a different current state. So just copy this current state. And then connect these two to it. Yes, this is a very messy automation. Connect these to it. If state is true, then it will you want to actually connect, and then it's here. So you do want to connect everything to the timer. Then after the timer, it will check. Is everything still on? If everything is still on, just keep going. And then if it's off, go straight to wait, come back. So let's check this out now as it works. So now, if I obviously turn it off, it'll go off, and then it'll just turn back to white and go off. But if I go into here and then I turn it off, it'll just do it really quickly. If you really want that. Also, keep in mind that the node code, and it might do it a few times. Keep in mind that the node code, or what I call it the node code, it is really just this automation as a whole. If you would like to collect this automation and use it for your own personal needs, then just go ahead and are the ghosts still here? Just making it a little bit festive. Are the ghosts still here? So you could also just copy and paste the names in there. But yeah, that is basically this automation. Pretty cool. Lets you change the Halloween lights to Halloween. You can easily turn them off. Pretty cool. So that is going to do it for this video. It was a great video. Sneak peek for next video, which is coming out Thursday or Friday. I'm going to call it Spooky Automations, and it's going to be changing up the automations for Halloween. Maybe just subtle details or very big changes to automations. Just a little bit of a fun version of the video. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoy. We now have one extra thing added to our collection or our setup of stuff. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you whenever I upload next. Have a great day, everyone.